Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. It's Faves X Fails time for the month of February, filmed in February, but published in March. This is a video in which I talk about all of my favorite makeup products for the month, apply them to my face to show you why I love them, and also I talk about the products that I don't like. So I noticed that there is this new trend of de-influencing that's been going around on TikTok. I talk a little bit more about this in this video, so yeah, let me know your thoughts on that below. But in this video, we talk about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us makeup gods. With that said, let's get into this video. Faves, X fails for the month of February. Here we come. Okay, face is bare. I am breaking out. I am just a wee bit stressed at the moment, so it's showing up on my skin as it does. But anyway, we are here to talk about Faves X fails. I'm prepared. So let's go down the list and let's talk about some primers that I tried this month that I liked and did not like. Nothing new. Still loving my DANESSA MYRICKS. Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, which I'm gonna apply to the center of my face. Blur this across my bumps and texture. I have quite a lot of bumps and texture in this area, and it is really annoying. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. Okay, next. So although this isn't necessarily a primer, it's not really in the foundation category either. It's somewhere in between. I am talking about the ERBORIAN CC Red Correct. This is an incredible product. It is in my faves this month. It is kind of on the pricey side, $45, but it is new and I haven't actually featured it on my channel, though I have been wearing this a lot off camera. Basically, this is supposed to counteract redness, and it also has SPF 25. You can wear it alone or underneath your foundation or a CC cream as a primer. So that's what I'm gonna do. I actually really love this on its own whenever my skin is on the good side. Basically, what I like to do is apply it to those areas where I have redness, which is basically in the center of my face, kind of like in the center of my cheeks, a little bit on my chin, not so much around my mouth because that's where for some reason I'm actually green, but also definitely around the nose. And right now I'm also breaking out on my forehead, so I have quite a few inflamed redder areas. So I'm just gonna hit up the forehead as well. What I like about this product is how easy and smoothing it is. Immediately, even though you could still see bumps, you could still see spots, but immediately my face looks better. It looks less inflamed, it looks less red, and it's just looking a little bit more balanced. So this product makes me feel really good. It wears so well. I just can't say enough good things about ERBORIAN products. I love all of their CC creams, whether it's the CC Red Correct, the original CC cream, or the BB cream, which you've seen me reach for a lot lately. It's still right here. Love all of them. They are just so good. Such solid products. Also, I feel like my earrings are making some noise. Maybe I should remove them. At least one of the pairs. These are from Studs, by the way. And if you want, I'll link them. Okay, I'll link them. Let's talk about a fail. In the primer category, though not necessarily a primer per se, actually an illuminator, and you probably already knew that I was gonna say this, Kosas Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Enhancer. This is just so metallic. It is just such a glittery hot mess that I honestly, I don't know who this would work for. There's literal glitter particles in this product. It doesn't look good on the skin. It looks too much. It makes the skin look like you're sweating glitter, which is not a cute look. And moreover, it's kind of pricey for $38. I don't know. I didn't love this. I know it's infused with some vitamins and you can mix it in with the Kosas foundation, but I'm just not sold. This is just not great. I mean, unless you're 12, but even a 12-year-old wouldn't wear glitter all over their face. Why? I don't get this product. I really don't. And honestly, so far, I haven't really come across a Kosas product that I am just like so in love with. Their foundation doesn't really work for my oily skin. Their concealers, although very good, are a little too creamy. They're just not solid enough for me. They tend to separate in my under eye. I do like their powder, but I have better powders, you know? So I'm still looking for that one Kosas product that I love because I keep hearing great things about Kosas. I just haven't personally seen them. Sorry to say it this way, but I don't know. Maybe I am the original de-influencer because I just say it like it is and I don't freaking like every single product that I try. Anyway, someone actually recently reached out to me on IG via DMs, and they said this to me, which is why I'm bringing this up. In this age of the de-influencing trend, it seems like I have been doing Faves X Fails for a while now, before talking people out of products was a trend or a thing. So anyway, let's move on to some faves, because I do genuinely love some products. As a matter of fact, the majority of the products that I talk about in this video are in the faves category. There's just like a few fails that are big fails, I guess. All right, let's move on to some foundations. This month, I am loving the new reformulated L'Oreal True Match foundation. First of all, this foundation now comes with a pump. We needed that eons ago. Thank you, L'Oreal, for bringing this to us. This makes it much more convenient than the glass bottle that you had to literally pour out onto the back of your hand. Also, these shades are now mixed with 6 pigments, which gives the most precise type of shade match. However, I will say that my original W6, which was the shade that I always wore in the original True Match foundation, no longer matches me as perfectly as it used to. Now I actually have to mix it with the 6.5, which is a lot more olive than I remember. But still, the W6.5 can work on its own, or I can mix it with the 6 if I really want to. So let me just go ahead and add it on. Without the 6 this time, just the 6.5, which is apparently my new True Match. I'm gonna use the same brush. What I love about this foundation still is that it remains so effortless. The formula is really good. It feels like a higher end foundation, and this is only like 11 or 12 bucks. Matter of fact, I think it is now on sale at Ulta for 11 something, but if not, then I think the original price is like 14. Still, this is a drugstore foundation, and it is excellent. Excellent quality. Way better than the 2 failed foundations that I'm going to be talking about next that are much more expensive, like triple the price. The coverage here is medium, but you can build it up. The finish is natural radiant, not too matte, not too dewy, and I honestly can't complain. Like, already the complexion is looking so much better. All right, are we up to this part? Yeah, we are. Let's talk about the fails. In the failed foundation category, I am just not loving the KVD Beauty Good Apple Serum Foundation. This is a full coverage foundation, and I really wanted to love this one. Sorry, cat hair. I really wanted to love this one because I've been looking for a really good serum-like full coverage foundation. Unfortunately, this doesn't feel like a serum at all. In fact, it feels like a really heavy mask on the face. The finish is very matte, so it looks somewhat unnatural, actually very unnatural, and it also feels very, very heavy on the skin. So to me, this is not a foundation that you would like if you have any sort of texture issues, if you have any bumps or pores or acne. Although it will cover the spots, it won't actually do anything for texture. In fact, I think this is a very texture enhancing type of foundation, and it also doesn't really wear very well on oily skin like mine. I did a wear test. I have a whole video on this product, so check it out. This is 42 bucks, pricey, not very good in my opinion, or at least not for someone with somewhat problematic skin. And also, they claim that it's transfer proof. It is not. I mean, who says that? What foundation is actually transfer proof? I would love to know. Let's move on to concealers. I actually was pleasantly surprised with this ALLEYOOP Game Face Second Skin Concealer. This actually kind of reminded me of the Kosas concealer in the sense that it felt very, very creamy, not as heavy and not as pigmented as the Tarte Shape Tape, but much lighter on application, much thinner of a product. But I also think this is something that would work for dry skin because it feels very hydrating and very easy to wear. The only downside is the scent. It smells like paint, literally, and I love the scent of paint. To me, it just reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of being in my dad's studio and watching him paint, or my mom, who still paints till this day. Both my parents are artists. So this just brings such good positive emotions out of me, but I know not everybody is into scents, especially the painterly ones. So I just had to, you know, let you know that this is a thing. Oh my god, I have so much cat hair on me. I think it's because I did my skincare and then I went to wake up one of my cats. And of course I cuddled with him hard for like 20 minutes. This is the product. I'm gonna let it sit for a bit and then I'm gonna blend it out with the brush. So I believe this concealer comes in 12 shades, which is not a lot. And the shade that I'm using is called Standout. So I'm not sure if this is a light medium, a medium, whether it has a yellow undertone. It looks like it has a yellowy undertone, which I like. But again, I wish there was like some sort of an indicator in the naming convention. But another thing that I almost forgot to mention is that this product has an actual sponge tip. And this is such a simple little thing, but I've never actually seen this done before. I thought it was clever, especially for travel. Not that I'm someone who would necessarily use this because I feel like it's not the most sanitary thing, but I think if you're traveling, or especially like if you're someone who likes to touch up on the go, this might be a nice thing, especially since it's just like so easy to cover up, you know? I also love how just like easily blended in with the rest of my complexion. It's also not staining the skin, so you could definitely keep it on your face for a while you blend out other areas, so there's definitely some give. I don't know if I would use this particular product on spots because it's not like an exact shade match. It's a little bit brighter, but I just wanted to see what would happen if I did. I don't know, I feel like this product is pretty solid. Did I mention how much it was? 25 bucks if I didn't already. Okay, she is coming together. She is forming. She is about to arrive. She's about to have a better day. All right, let's move on to powders. Should I talk about some favorite powders or some fail powders? Let's keep it positive. So let me go ahead and introduce you to something new from Dominique Cosmetics. First of all, I want to say that all the shades of their powders are back. They've been out of stock for months, but they are back. This is one of my favorite powders. And now, you guys, it actually comes in a rosy tone. And she is called Rosita, which is so, so cute. And I am just obsessed. I love this powder so much. I use it in the translucent, but now that it comes in pink, I am just so excited to try it out on my under eye. And I know this is a Faves X Fails and it's my first time trying it, but this literally just landed on my lap and I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to try it because I love the original powder so much. I want to try Rosita. Oh my god, and it is delivering. It is the smoothest goodness. Oh, so good. And it's so perfect with my slightly yellowy under eye concealer. It is just working so well. I'm gonna show you a close-up because you need to see this. Oh, so good. And I feel like Kristen, Dominique, and I, we have similar skin concerns. And so these powders, I feel like they're made for me, you know? I just love them so freaking much. So freaking much. Oh, this just made me so happy. I love this freaking shade. And it's not like too cool of a pink. It's just like the perfect rosy, delicate little shade. I'm even gonna add this in between my brows. I don't know why, I'm just excited. And then of course, because the original shade is back, I'm gonna use the original shade, translucent, all over the face. It's $22, get yours. Also, I should probably mention my favorite new powder brush. This is the Jones Road bronzer brush, but it's so huge. I've been using it all over my face as a setting powder brush. And it works so easily and so well, especially if you're pressed for time. You just want to quickly set your face. This is the one. Just so damn smooth. All right, quickly, let me show you a close-up of the under eye so you can see what I'm talking about. So good. So natural. I love it. All right, so now the time has come for what is probably the product that I disliked the most this month. I am so sad about this because I wanted to love this so badly. This was the most promising product. I've heard so many good things about it from paid reviews. I'm not gonna lie, from paid reviews. But also, it's because it's from Makeup Forever. And it's their new powder foundation. And I love the original one so much. It worked so well for me. But it has since been discontinued. They've brought back a talcless version, which is this. The HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder Foundation. And sadly, this just did not work for me and for my oily AF skin. Even though it said that it's intended for oily skin, I didn't really understand that. This had a tragic wear test. It made my skin look so greasy at the end of the day. Not even at the end of the day. Honestly, 2 hours in, my skin was already greasy. It was that bad. I am super disappointed with this product. I was expecting so much more, especially given the hype. This just did not deliver. This was $43. It's not actually recommended for dry skin, so unless you have really good flawless skin, maybe you'll enjoy it, but for me, with my issues, it just was not the right one. It wasn't a good match. And I'm sad that the original one is gone, so now I don't know what to do, basically. The reviews on Sephora are okay, by the way. They are good, but they are not stellar. It's not like a slam dunk, so I guess I'm not the only one who feels this way. Moreover, this acne all over my forehead, I actually credit it to this product because I've tried it not just once, not just in the video with the wear test, but also in my own spare time. I was using it alone just on my forehead when my bangs were down, and this was such a big mistake because literally this would create like a greenhouse effect where all of my oils would just fester, and then the next morning basically I woke up with a rash across my forehead. So I'm pretty sure that it was because of this product, and yeah, I just can't use it anymore. Moving on to some more positive products. I have another powder that I somewhat liked. I didn't like love it, but this was actually the product that I was gonna use today in this video instead of the Dominique Cosmetics, but then Rosita fell on my lap and then I just forgot all about this one. But not to say that this is bad. The CIATE Extraordinary Translucent Powder actually surprised me. This was pretty decent. This made my skin look pretty velvety and better than what I was expecting, definitely. This is a $22 product. I believe it is available on Amazon. Also, I saw it on ASOS or on CIATE's website. So I'll link it down below. I used it in a couple of my videos and I liked it. I liked it. I didn't like love it. It wasn't extraordinary, but it by no means was bad. All right, let's move on. In the blush category, I enjoyed a couple of different blushes this month. Last month was like the month for blushes. I think I had like 4 or 5 different blushes on the list. They're actually still here on the table. But this month I have just a few. Again, speaking of CIATE, I really enjoyed their Dewy Blush. This is a glossy cheek tint. I thought this was so pretty. It was the shade of Benefit's Benetint, but it had a glossy finish and it looked really, really good on, and it surprisingly worked really well with this powder. So this was impressive. I enjoyed it. Also 22 bucks, I believe. Similarly, I really like the new NARS The Multiple Cream Blush. First of all, you get a lot of product. This is called Orgasm Rush, and it's kind of like an unexpected shade for me, like a bronzy brick shade, but it looked surprisingly good on the skin. So I also like this, but the product that I gotta say I used the most, I got the most use out of this month is actually, hold on, don't do this to me. Ah, yes, there you are. It is this face palette from FLORASIS, the Chinese brand FLORASIS that is known for their super intricate palettes. This face palette from FLORASIS at $49, although pricey, it does feature 4 pans, a contour, a blush, a shimmery highlighter, and also a matte highlighter. And I gotta say, I have been liking pretty much all of these. I don't get as much use out of the matte highlighter, but let me just show you what I have been doing. The contour, which is subtle enough for me because I'm not someone who prefers a very dramatic contour. I also really like the shade. I feel like it's not too warm, but also not too cool. It's just the perfect balance between a bronzer and a contour shade. And I think the shadow that it gives is just right. I've actually been getting a lot of use out of this particular product. And I gotta say, I've been finding contouring kind of fun again. I also like to use a small brush. This one is from Lime Crime. Kind of a fun little brush. And with the contour, I like to add a little bit underneath my bottom lip and also a little bit around the tip of my nose. I've also been enjoying the blush. I feel like this is a really, really nice, flattering, dainty blush color that goes really well with the contour. And it has enough pigment to offer color, but it's still very, very subtle, which I love. And now let me show you the highlighter. I feel like the magic is really in the highlighter here. Oh, I just realized both my detail contour brush and my highlighter brush are from the same Lime Crime collection. Who knew? I don't think these are available any longer, sadly, but back to the highlighter. I'm gonna dip a little bit. I'm gonna apply this just to the back of my cheekbone and also directly to my brow bone and connect the two in the temple. Look how pretty and how dewy and just like how delicate that looks. I love the shade. It is just the most delicate combo of champagne and pink. It's very subtle, but oh so pretty. So yeah, so although pricey, this was a palette that I definitely did enjoy, and I feel like I got a lot of use out of 75% of it. outside of this color, which is not bad. I would still use it for like my brow bone or like for my inner corner if I want like a matte highlighter, or even like on the tip of my nose, you know, if I just want a little something, you know. I feel like this palette is really good. Sadly, I can't say the same thing about the entire FLORASIS brand. I feel like I'm not completely sold on it. This was probably the product that I enjoyed the most. Everything else was more of a miss than a hit for me, but more on that in a bit. Let me actually talk about an eyeshadow palette that I actually did enjoy this month, and it is the new Matte Obsessions from Huda Beauty, the Cool One. The Cool One, I feel, just speaks a little bit more to me. It's more appropriate for the season with spring right around the corner. I'm just looking forward to using pinkier, more lavender shades than, say, warmer tones from 2016 and 2017, like the warm palette. This I've seen before, and although this was good quality, I enjoyed the look that I was able to create with it. This I think is just a little bit more unexpected, and it's just cooler for everyday wear. So I'm just gonna use this palette today just to show you how much I did enjoy it. I'm gonna use this Gerard Cosmetics white base. I'm gonna slap that on my lids. This is not the base that I used in my original review. So if you want to see what this palette looks like on a translucent base, or basically against my natural skin tone, feel free to watch that review. But for today, I'm gonna use this because this is what I have handy. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna reach for this pale pink shade, add that to the inner corner, and kind of wash across the eye socket area into the brow bone. Next, I'm gonna dip into the slightly darker pinky shade and apply that directly to the eye socket area, but a little bit lower than the previous shade, and I'm bringing it down across the lid. So pretty. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush, this one from Sculpt, and I'm gonna dip into this shadow here, which is actually a cream to powder. So there's two matte formulas in these palettes. There's a traditional powder matte, and then there's also a cream to powder matte, this one, or rather these two at the top. I'll show you a close-up. So with this palette, I'm just gonna pack that all over my lid, kind of crudely. I'm really not trying to be precise at all here, but essentially I'm lifting it into that pink, making them meet, so it's just a very, very subtle gradient. And then with the same brush, reaching for the second cream to powder shadow, I'm gonna shade just my lash line, but concentrating the color on the outer portion, almost like a liner. But again, I'm just doing this very crudely, not too carefully. I want it to look very approachable, very attainable, not like I spent a million hours on my makeup, just like easy, fresh, everyday type of smoky. So pretty, so pretty. Holy shit. I just love this color story so much. I personally think that cool tones pop against warm complexions like mine, whereas warmer tones tend to look more natural, or a little bit more expected, if you will. But this feels fresher, it feels different, and I love this vibe. So good. Okay, I'm just gonna tone down that wing. That's good. Let's talk about an eyeshadow palette that I absolutely did not love this month. I'm talking about the FLORASIS Barely There eyeshadow palette. I'm just kidding. It's not actually called Barely There, but it performs barely there. Even though this is really pretty and very intricate, these shadows just don't perform. And I understand the whole Chinese aesthetic. I understand that they are giving us less pigment because of the aesthetic. But to me, it was actually way too much fallout for the little pigment that we were presented with. Let's just call it for what it is. I did not enjoy the fallout that kept on sticking to my base and messing up my under eye. It was just not a vibe for me. Also, this is really expensive at 59 bucks for a paper palette with a magnet that comes from China. I don't know. I'm feeling like this should be in the $20 range. That's just me. I understand that it's not every day that you see such intricacy, and I do feel like there's shock value to this palette because of the detail and because of the intricacy. But something about it feels really lightweight. Something about it feels not luxe. It just doesn't feel like it is worth $59 to me. I cannot justify the cost, even though it's pretty to look at. I get the aesthetic, but not only do I not really enjoy this color story, not only do I not enjoy the Barely There eyeshadows, I also don't enjoy the fallout. I also think it is just too expensive. Moreover, someone actually asked if FLORASIS is cruelty-free. Sadly, it is not cruelty-free, and in this day and age, in 2023, I don't feel very good about that. That's just the truth. Let's move on to liners. In the liner category, I tried out 2 different pencil liners this month. The Huda Beauty Creamy Kohl Pencil. This is, let's see, $21 each. There's a brown and a black. This was very good, easy to use, nothing that I have not seen before, but I liked it. But the product that I actually enjoyed a little bit more was actually the Longwear eyeliner from WONDERSKIN. This is $18, and I particularly enjoyed the shade Licorice or Licorice. This was a very cool tone black, something that I don't often see, and it was just the creamiest formula ever. The easiest glide, barely touching the skin, and yet it's delivering such high pigment. Really, really, really nice quality and very easy to work with. So what I'm gonna do is just line my eye once, and then I'm gonna use another brush to create a wing out of it. I've been doing this a lot with pencil liners lately, especially ones that are so creamy. And this one doesn't set too quickly, so you have time to make this perfect. And what's great is that you can make it precise, like I'm doing. You can wing it out to a fine point like this, or you can smudge it out if you want. I'm gonna smudge it out a little bit on the lower lash line. You see how this color almost looks like a blue black, but it's not quite a navy. It's still a black, but just like such a cooler shade of black. I really like it. I'm gonna take a little Q-tip here. I'm gonna clean up to make it even more perfect, and boom. So easy, really. Let's do the same thing on this side. Again, just crudely adding the product and then using the brush to perfect. And notice how I'm not even picking up any more product. I'm just picking up whatever I applied to my eye. I feel like this might be the easiest gel pencil liner I've tried. It just cooperates. And the fact that it's super long lasting and it's non-transferable is a bonus. So I'm gonna take my Q-tip, I'm gonna perfect it. So easy. I'm gonna add a little bit more darkness right here. I'm gonna extend the inner corner just a little bit. Might as well. And then connect. Easy peasy. So good. But I did also enjoy the Huda Beauty ones. All right, mascara time. I have mascara that I like this month, and it is from CIATE. It is called the Wonderwand Mascara, and I actually thought it was pretty good, pretty decent. I don't have the longest lashes, everybody already knows that, but the fact that this has a non-gimmicky wand and the formula just does what it's supposed to do. It gives me the volume, it gives me the separation, it gives me the darkness, it gives me the fluff, the feather, everything that I'm looking for in a mascara, it gives. And I've been liking it. You can also layer it, which is nice. I feel like some mascaras get very clumpy after the second layer, but I didn't notice that with this product, so that's a good thing. So I'm not even someone who really cares to build up the lash with mascara, because if I want to do that, I'll just slap on a pair of falsies. But the fact that I can is a nice option, you know? And what I like about this one is that it literally looks like I have more lashes than what I have. I'll show you a close-up. Kind of impressive, no? I think so. Speaking of falsies, I have new favorite falsies. I mentioned them in my previous video. They are from Kiss, and they are from the Muses collection that looks like pixie packaging. But it's not, it's from Kiss. And the style is actually called Legacy. And it's basically these very winged out, but natural looking lashes. Natural, but winged out, but glam. Okay, I'm not actually applying them on because I like the way my lashes look and I don't want to wear these. I want to actually save these for an event I have. But Style Legacy from Kiss's The Muses collection that looks like a pixie box. Remember, if you see it in Target or in Ulta or wherever, grab it. I feel like it's the new Pret-a-Porter lash style. And it's only $8. All right, we've made it to the final category, the lip category. I have a lot of favorites in this category and one fail. And it's not like the ultimate fail, but it's enough of a fail that I wanted to bring it up. Let's start with the products that I love this month in the lip category. Number one, I really enjoyed this new lip liner from Iconic London. It is called the Fuller Pout Sculpting Lip Liner. So basically it's a pencil liner on one side, and then on the other side, it looks like one of those little sponge applicators that you usually see with eyeliners that help you blend out the line. So I thought this was a nice touch, but I specifically actually just like the pencil. It's really good. I'm gonna use this real quick. This is $19, not a bad price for like a 2-in-1 type of product. I do need to sharpen it though, so a Benefit sharpener over here. Such a satisfying sound. I have like lip balm and like lip liner from earlier in the day on my lips. Wait, and why am I actually going for a brown lip liner with a cool eye? Remind me what I'm doing. I was actually saved by the bell because the camera cut off, and I was able to find the 2 other colors. Yay! These 2 I have not tried. I will admit, I did try the brown and I love the brown, but it's just not gonna go with what I'm going for, so I'm gonna try to go for one of these. We have shade Sister Sister, which looks like a nice mauve shade, and I should probably just go for this one. We also have shade Seriously Cute, which is a lot warmer and peachier, so Sister Sister it is. Oh, that glide is just so good. Oh girl, this is like my new favorite nude. This is amazing. Oh yes, it is. All right, let's use the other side. How nice. Okay, let's actually talk about some other lip products that I'm loving this month. I was pleasantly surprised with the new Fenty Icon Velvet Liquid Lipstick. This is not non-transferable, but it is long wearing and it feels really comfortable on the lips. Super moisturizing, not drying at all. Though I did do a swatches video and this product did leave my lips a bit stained, so I think I might have been rubbing them off a little too hard, which is why they're so chapped today. But anyway, I enjoyed this product. I thought it was nice. There's only one shade that I didn't enjoy, which is shade Riri. It was a little too dusty rose for me, and I'm just not a huge fan of like the dusty rose category, but all the other colors were stunning. The reds were like my absolute fave. So good. I also feel like this month I discovered a new favorite red from NATASHA DENONA, this one right here, and it is the Lip Stiletto in the shade Emilia. This is such a unique color. I do have a shorts video on this color and the lip liner that goes with it, shade Emilia. It's a really beautiful blue-based red, but it has this very unique metallic type of finish. It almost looks like patent leather. So pretty. Such a stunning, unique shade that I feel like everyone needs. It is actually now sold out at Ulta, so I'm gonna try to find a link for you guys so you can get your hands on it. I just think that this is a keeper, a must-have. New fave, 27 bucks. From the FLORASIS brand, I gotta say I also did enjoy their lipstick with the very detailed compact, I guess, with a little dangle here. This was a really nice color. Terracota Romance is the shade name. Really beautiful tan type of nude that works great for medium complexions. It was a matte type of finish, but very lightweight on the lips. I enjoyed it. However, the price is $49. Very expensive, though this particular product did feel a little bit more luxe than the palette. And last but not least, the fail, which again is not like the ultimate fail, but sadly, I just did not enjoy this particular color of the One Size Duo Lip Snatcher in the shade Trade Finder. This nude was like almost literally the color of my skin, but a little bit more orangey, so it made me look absolutely crazy. It was just not a good look for me. Even though paired with this gloss, it looked better. The gloss was just way too glittery for my liking, so this particular combo I didn't really enjoy. It was okay with the gloss, but by itself, the liquid lipstick was just not my fave. This is 28 bucks. I haven't tried any other shades, but this one was just like a pinch disappointing to me. So now that I've said all that, let me actually go ahead and apply one of these Fenty Icons. I will say these Fenty Icon liquid lipsticks are better off worn with a lip liner just because it's such a thick creamy formula. You have to be really precise the first time, and because they stain, you have to be extra precise the first time, so definitely be sure to use them with a lip liner. I'm gonna go for the shade Sea Sweetheart, which is a soft pink nude. I think it'll go well with my look. I like this product because a little bit goes a long way, and it's definitely long lasting. After I filmed my lip swatches video, I had dinner and I actually had pizza. And then afterwards, I went on stories to tell like a story time about my boo, the swatch model, meeting his idol, Mikhail Baryshnikov. And I remember that when I started the story, I was like so surprised at how nice my pout looked. It just looked so perfect, as if I had just applied it. So that's actually what sold the product to me. Just watching that story and not having to correct my lipstick after having eaten pizza, you know? So now I'm just gonna go back to this lip liner. I'm gonna add a little bit on top just for a better blend. And there you have it. I'm gonna do one more thing, and that is perfect the pore zones. I actually don't think I set them at all with any sort of powder. Completely forgot. And because I'm breaking out, I'm just feeling like a little bit extra insecure about my skin. So I'm gonna basically smooth that out. Look how nice that is suddenly. And I even have breakouts around my mouth here, which is so annoying. And you know what? I couldn't end this video without one final cat hair literally in my mouth. So there you have it. The final look. What do we think? I tell you what I think. I think I'm gonna keep on making these videos for as long as I do YouTube videos. I do not believe in the trend of de-influencing or talking people out of buying certain things just because it's a trend. I believe in telling the truth, telling how you feel, always, no matter what, and I am gonna stick to that. That is my truth. That is who I've been since the beginning of this channel, since the beginning of my career, and that is what these Faves X Fails are all about. So I hope you are here for this. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in, for sticking until the end. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I am going to zoom on out right now. It is that moment. Peace out. I'm out. I got more videos over here waiting for you, so click on them. Deuces!